price is actually very big already, and that is only sponsored by one officer from XYT. If we can somehow make like 2 to 3 officer, or 2 to 3 or more than 3 sponsor, then we might held another tournaments, so the price also higher. So now we can see this Johnwick, he tried to move his base that he can set up the B2B, but he also aware that he not to move too near that become the first, what I call that, the target, because if you move too near, his partner is too behind, so that they can't cover. Now they're doing this step by step moving forward, so the enemy can't stop them, because once you try to fight now, like this guy, Jose, he's the only one try to make it aggressive. So I think the other two CCR, they try to be very, very defensive, because they know they are not very strong. They are just about 50 over millions power now, so they try to play defensive. But I will say the best defensive is like a circle that can cover up, so you can cover the enemy when they try to siege. But this two CCR is just too far away apart each other. So if someone try to, if the team 2, they try to kill the left side first, so this guy having a trouble to go there all along. Now team 2 is successfully having the B2B setup, and this team 2 guy, he also move slowly, not too aggressively. So you can see this already having a progress, and team A, team 1 CCR, they doesn't really can't do anything now. But now we are seeing this very big gain from this Lakata. Even though his troops trying to die, but you can see he take out the enemy archeries. That is very, very huge benefit. If this guy can kill his archeries, that will be maybe buy him a win ticket. So you can see they are using a very good technique. They try to sacrifice one guy troops and all his squad, but he can trade off one of the enemy whole squad. So once the enemy doesn't have the whole squad inside the base, they can start to do their siege. Even though you try to buy back, train back your troops, the whole squad, but you will take time. So that's the best time they can try to kill his base. But if they can try to be very, very defensive, that is also a very good play as well. That's why you try to see they are trying to be very aggressive to be defend. And they also try to reduce the enemy's troops. They know these things. You can see now this guy losing 3 of the main group, only 2 groups is inside. They can start to kill his base, even though like 5% or 4%. That is not very much, but you know the progress is very, very impressive. So if you repeat this kind of progress, 4% become 40%, then you are take this 77 millions power die down. And this Johnwick is definitely just doing his own thing. So basically, his 2 of them is trying to be very solo, because you can see Kai is trying to take up the top guy, and Johnwick is trying to take this the bottom guy. So they are not very team working now, because they can't assist each other, even though they are the team. I can't see they are doing the tag team things, but they are doing very solo. And they doesn't know how to use the technique of putting their archeries behind their base, because their base is not activated. So definitely they need to put the archeries out to make the archeries become more useful, instead of very idle stay in the base. And this guy, he doesn't know how to use his super heavy. Once his base is already activated, he should put his super heavy out and make more aggressive to play. So the enemy try to touch his super heavy, his base will try to kill the enemy. And he also can do more assist to Johnwick, because 2 of them is very near to this Corsair CCR. Both of them should really try to take out the Corsair first, instead of take out the 2 guy that become a very isolated and become a solo things. But now this guy really need to wait for his troops to come back. Now his troops whole squad coming back, so that is how they should do. And the fighting time from the starting time until now is about 7 minutes already. And really seeing someone's already having a progress. At least this Lakata, he also having almost the whole squad down, and then Kai also having a whole squad down. So now Johnwick aware that they are fighting alone, so he will be backed up. You can see how he's trying to back off, I think, instead of going forwards. No, he's trying to moving forwards. So they really know how to fight with those advantage because they are higher power, and those are 50 over millions versus some 70 over millions. So now CCR, they should do something to kill off some of the enemy, because one of the other trees should not be a 5 grade. So now they are moving a little bit more of the left side, and instead of this guy is a little bit too far, but he also very try to use his archeries to support his team. Now 2 of them try to kill this Corsair on the middle guy, and 2 of them is the teammates try to support, but this Lakata doesn't have anything else to support now. But now he's trying to move his super heavy, but you can see his teammate on the middle, he should really relocate his base instead of letting the enemies try to siege his base like a free kill now. That is not very nice. And this guy on the bottom should really focus on the enemy strongest archeries. The one have Anthony, and the other one on the Emperor should kill 2 of these archeries first, instead of doing random things, because I can't see how they kill the enemy archeries. And these guys, he know that he got siege, he should really relocate and move back. If the enemy try to chase out, these 2 teammates will take the enemy squad down, because that enemy can't move their base. If they move their space, 3 of them can be very aggressive to trade off the enemy, because by the number, the enemy having a additional 5 troops that can kill them. So now Corsair aware he should really back off instead of let the enemy do the B2B things. But this Johnwick also aware that it's time to do something, so he also try to be aggressive. And the Kai also doing some support instead of doing nothing, to seeing once there is an opportunity to do the kill. But now this Corsair is having very far away, and leave this Vandos a little bit too near to the enemy, so he might be the target next. Now this 1 million archeries totally can't fight these 4 millions, even though he want to, but it's not the fair fight, so he should not do that and let his archeries die. Because he is the target, he should really try to do one thing, is recruit all your squad, become a full squad first, instead you try to do anything more. Because you have 2 of your teammates, so you should count on your teammate. When you need to back off, your teammate should really do the cover. Now the team 2, they know they're having an advantage, because this guy down about 40 or 45 HP percentage, and Kai only down about 4%. So the huge difference about a strong team and versus the lower team, even though you have a number, you should really know how to fight, is that the defensive guy should always try to let the enemy siege you, and you use your super heavy to try to tank whatever that you can tank. And 2 of your teammates should really try to kill the enemy archeries instead of kill their super heavy. That is not very benefit to the war. Like you can see, kill 1 of the enemy's archeries, that will slow down the enemy to kill your base. And this Lakata is not doing a very good job, because he's trying to activate the enemy base. That might not be the very best option now. The best option should really kill the enemy archeries and then do the siege, because the enemy doesn't have, like now is very bad, because the archery is going down very quick. Once your archery is going very quick and your super heavy are also going down, then you have no way to stop the enemy to continue siege you. Now you can see the B2B, and this guy is just too far away. That's why the position is very important, that you want to support your team. You should be somehow set up the positions. Since the match is not started, 3 of you should really understand how to set up positions that cover 3 of them, instead of stay very far. Now you can see the base not even deactivated. He's trying to use archeries to do the siege. It's very bad choice. But really seeing some of the actions, instead of 2 teams try to be shying and not doing anything at all. But they know they should do the swamp thing. That's why they try to do the all-in now. But that is not the options, because you can see 3 of them is not having a full squad. That is first problem. Secondly is their super heavy is down. You can see the gradings. So without a super heavy, you can't really do the swamp thing. And without the archeries, you can't do any damage. So at least they do something, they try to do. But I would say Team 1, CCR, they should really try to be super defensive. Instead of when the enemy try to siege them, they also try to do a counter siege. That is not the correct way to defend when you face some of the 70 over millions power enemy, because the main power and main scary things from those extra power people is because of their troops. If you take out their troops, basically their base is free to kill, because the base can't kill your super heavy as long you have your spanner and the angel of light off on your super heavy, then you will have no problems. But because of those troops that inside the base make the base strong and become scary, that's the reason. That's why you have to take out all those enemy archeries first before you think of the plan 2. Like now, this Lagata continue to do this mistake again. So maybe they are trying to trade off, you know, to have one member die and trade the other guy down. But that is 100% not worth it, because you have opportunity to kill the enemy archeries. When the enemy try to do the siege like now, you have a best opportunity to kill their archeries instead of try to trade their base. Once you trade off their archeries, your 2 teammates can kill the enemy base anytime, even though they're having a red one is very low damage, then you can trade off instead of now. Because once you kill the enemy one time, based on the tournament's rules, you still have 2 times to airlift back. So if the enemy have a full squad, they can instantly come back and kill you with the full squad. That is not things that you want. That's why if you can kill their full squad, they have to be out of the map. And then once they want to be airlift back, they might not doing it inside 1 minute marks, because could the whole teams of your squad, they take time. So that time, you can also use the time to do a all-in swarm the other targets. You can see this guy from 7 over millions down to 69. That is how this guy doing a even better job to kill Johnwick main forces. Instead of this, Lagatas continuously try to activate this enemy Kai base and make 2 of them unable to do the attack to kill the Kai archeries, because his base activated. So anything try to touch his troops that will getting counter attack by the base, that is not very nice. That's why you're not trying to do the help. Instead, you try to put more fire put more pressure to your teammate. That is not very helpful. So you should always understand how to be a teammate, how to be a support, that not going to put more pressure to your teammate, but you are going to make the support's correct decisions. Like now, these 2 enemies try to siege your team. What you can do is put your super heavy to be kill their archeries, and then not worry about your super heavy will die. Or even you can put your super heavy somewhere here, so the enemy try to kill your super heavy instead of kill your teammate base. So your super heavy is treating the enemy HP instead of let the enemy kill your teammate base HP. So your super heavy basically can train back, not the problems. But the base regenerate need about 10 hours. That is very long hours. But this Lagata continue to do this now. So you can see how the enemy base do the counter attack and kill all those the Corsair squad that I really repeated a few times. So he is not really helpful. Every time the Corsair and this Van lost, I think his name is Van lost or something, 2 of them try to kill Kai, his troops, but this Lagata always try to activate this Kai base. That's why when they try to do the counter attack and his base try to kill them and make their troops die quickly, and this Corsair can't even have his troops fully get back to the top. That's one of the hardest thing to play. And this Johnwick, basically he can do a one-on-one to kill this guy at this point of time, and Kai, he can basically to focus on this Corsair, because I think this is the mark. Once this Corsair getting siege, this Lagata will try to activate his base. He can quickly do the backup his base, make this Lagata to get away, and then he can continue to kill this Corsair, and Johnwick can continue to pressure this when lost. So 2 of them will be down very quickly, I think about 1 to 2 minutes. Then this Lagata will feel alone all the time because he is alone. So this is the strategy from both team I will suggest them to do. So if they somehow get this idea, they know how to kill their team. Like I try to give a little bit advice and knowing how to do the correct things from both point of view. Now you can see Lakata really doing the things that I say about from team 2 point of view. So now Kose try to do the things, that's why I already predicted how to fight from each team and their point of view. Now you can see if this Kose things down, but they're also doing quite a good job to let this Lakata to do a very minimum base attack to him, and they continue to kill this when lost. So one down 100%, and Kose can't do anything because his archery is down, and this Lakata is just doing nothing and look at his teammates down. So it's very bad now, and you can see they are behind, doesn't have another space, so that if the Wenlos try to get back, he doesn't have locations to make his space. He only can put his space somewhere here, and this Raven might blocking, and then that's one of the problems. Or he can put his space somewhere up here, I will say, maybe not, but if somehow this Lakata is the maximum HP now, he should really do something instead of let this team 2 try to progress furthermore B2B. If the Venus try to stay behind, that's the worst strategy, because two of them will instantly kill him. But if the Venus not going to come back anytime now, two of them will be very what I call that pressure by those two of the strong 70 million powers attack by B2B, because B2B is very effective by the strongest power versus some lowest power. That is what of the game mechanisms. And now that if Velos can somehow get here, yeah, then that might be good, because he can put his troops. If you're not worried about his troops getting killed, he should really try to jump now somewhere here, whatever, or somewhere here, up here. Then he try to put his troops to be somewhere middle of two of them. If the Kai and this Johnwick try to get his troops, and no, Jose and Lakata can do his job to clear up the enemy. That's the very best thing to do from team A now. I mean team 1. Team 2, the best one is kill this 40% HP down base Corsair. So this is the best thing he can do now. But I just aware this Lakata and this Corsair, they are not on the full squad. I think it's maybe because of the tournament rules that you can't exceed the 150 million power. So they are fighting with 3 full squad instead of 5. And this Lakata, I think he's fighting with 2 full squad instead of 5. That how they swap the things, instead of 2 member, they making it to become a 3 members. That's the things I want to talk about it. So from this point of time, I will say team 2, Kai and Johnwick already having their victory half the way, because anyway this CCCR team, they are down to 5% HP each time they got airlift away and airlift back, and they can use one-time assist from the alliance. They can make their base back to 20% base HP. But the problem is that 5% and 20% is not enough. Basically, you are siege down about maybe 20 seconds. If you have 20% HP, I think about 30 seconds your base will down, because that is how scary when you have a full of the archeries and do the things. And you can see Kai is doing very good jobs to clear up this Lakata's archeries instead of let him do the free kill. And this Johnwick is very focused to kill the enemy space, and this Corsair is not really doing anything to what I call that kill the enemy archeries. Instead of let the base do the auto attack. I don't think that is very good job. But now doing an auto attack to kill the Kai archeries, but his base is super low. If Johnwick kill his base now, it's wasted another chance to do something. And this Lakata is not doing anything to this empty base now. Is not the best thing he should do, because what he's always do is try to kill the base, and now he's really missed the chance. And this one loss is stay a bit far. I think that is good, because As long as you stay far, you still support. And once your team down, you can still do the support with your troops. But now this Lakata is doing everything alone by 2 strong guy with B2B. So now he should really put his super heavies out to kill this thing and use his archery. But I think his troops is down during just now the war. That's why he can't do anything at all because he have only two group of troops to use. And Kai also having a lot of troops down, but he always having 1 full troops that whether it's a super heavy or his ATG is still in the base, so it's very hard to kill. But they're doing some frost to kill this Kai base. I think down about 35% or 38% down, or maybe 40%. But Johnwick is a whole brand new base here. And now I think this Lakata is going to be down very quickly, even though he tried to put his archeries out to do some damage, but it's not enough. I think his teammate really have to do something now to save this Lakata, otherwise his brand new base will go down without any pressure. And he should really put his super heavies out now instead of put his archeries out. That is not the strategy that we always use, because your super heavy is supposed to make it out and let it die to trade off your base HP, instead of let the enemy have the full kill of your base. Since your super heavy going to be siege and let it down, why you can't use your super heavy now to let the enemy kill your super heavy? And each time the enemy swap the target to kill your super heavy and you just move it back, then the enemy skill charge will be reset. Instead of you trying to reset your own archeries, each time you put it out and put it in, put it out and put it in, that you are also trying to delay your own archeries, that you are giving even more benefit to your enemy. But your super heavy is supposed to do that job, but you doesn't put your super heavy out to make that happening. So that is one of the things that this Lakata really have to improve his skill a lot. But that is how I try to do, and I also try to give advice to those team, and that is how we try to organize the tournaments by Killer, and so that each of the fighter is getting more skill improvement on the next coming server versus server. Then we know what we should do, because most of the fighter, they always join the army groups. So the one know how to fight, they use their troops to swarm. They doesn't really understand what is 1-to-1, 1-to-2, or 1-to-3 fightings the field looks like. So Johnwick really know that advantage. He instantly try to kill the base now instead of letting them try to do the healing and try to recruit back the full squad. You can see this 20% base can siege down about 30 seconds, and Kai also know that. But now 2 of them having a crash on their base can't deploy. But you can see at least Johnwick did his job, even though Kai getting down. But Johnwick is the very stand now. He should do his thing, and he sieged down the base. He instantly retreated. That is very smart of him. And he tried to use the archeries to kill the troop instead of let his troops to do the random things. And I think that is very good. But also seeing 2 of them is doing very solo things. So 2 of them is not very tag team, but instead they try to do a solo. They know each of them what to do and what is the correct things to do. You can see Johnwick is not even helping to kill this teammates Kai trying to do. They can really put their super heavy to kill it now. Like, not need to put all the troops, because one of your super heavy can kill the base. Yeah, so that's the thing. Maybe they know that this Lakata, even he deploys his base, he doesn't have a defense. Like now, he doesn't have a defense. So Johnwick know exactly should kill those have army, because Corsair army is on the top, his base on the bottom. So you kill the army, definitely they are out this match. So every time they try to airlift, they are going to get out. So killing the enemy troops is the key to win during the online versus online. Even though you try to chase this empty base, it's not very wise. But I would say the better choice is use your super heavy and one archeries to try to kill the empty base instead of let this empty base try to train back and become a threat. Like this now, Johnwick can't deploy his base, and now he's trying to have some pressure since the enemy is already have a full squad and those troops in at the corner can't run away, so why you can't kill the empty base? Now they trying to get back some squad. So this is one of the advice. Two of the team can have a lot of room to improve their skill and understanding the situations. Alright, so I don't think the second 60 seconds is applied because this Lakata is still on the village. But I think this Lakata get sieged out one time and he get back, so he's used one airlift, so he still have one more. The Wenlos, he on the top, so he used one airlift as well. The other guy, Corsair, he also used one airlift on here. And yeah, so 3 of them already down one airlift, and 3 of them have one last airlift to go in. But the problem is that 3 of their, Team CC they only have one more airlift, and then they only have 5% HP on their base. That is very hard to fight. So now you can see, yeah, that's the situations that CCR, they should really put their base very far away from this Kai and Johnwick, and they can put their troops on the defense line because their base can no longer to hold anything at all now. If the enemy touch their base, definitely they are going down instantly. Now is the best time to airlift somewhere just to kill this Kai troops and kill this Johnwick troops and block his base. So this Lakata doing one good things now. He relocates his base, but his base have to be moved instead of but setting back his base is still a good. Now you can see the base do some defense, but his teammate really need to come back now to help him. Now this is not the best time because this Lakata already down. So this Lakata is totally out because even though he come back now, he have nothing much to do because yeah. So I have to count the 60 seconds from now because his base is down. So 60 seconds is on the countdown. I just look at the map, make sure it's CCR is getting back within the time. Okay, so I think the killer is already announced. The team winner is already announced. So I'm not sure the 60 seconds is needed or not, but I just let it count down. And yeah, so let's concrete this team. What is the name? Yeah, AQQ or something like that. AQQ. Just say the team Kai and Johnwick win. Congratulations on to them because the next match is me. Then just a little bit nervous. I'm not sure because my teammate not sure whether he is here yet or not. So let me have so alright, so do you all aware from those match that we have, definitely we have 0 air force action at all, fighter or bomber whatever, but we have 0 action. So that's the problem of